So this is a little bit different from the videos I normally do. A friend of mine got me a box of magic cards because she's been trying to get me into playing Magic. And I have this full box as well as another box, but I'm just going to be going through this one because, I mean, as you can see, this is a lot of cards. Oh my gosh. So what I thought I would do is do a sort of first impressions video about Magic the Gathering because I'm sort of familiar with how to play and with, you know, different types of cards and stuff like that, but I don't really have much familiarity beyond that, and I just thought, I don't know, it might be interesting to share a newbie perspective on the game, and you guys can, those of you who actually play can laugh at how naive I am, or, you know, whatever it is. Anyway, so I'm just going to go through these, show you some of the cards. So the side of this box says 2015 core set. So I'm inclined to believe that these cards are from the 2015 core set. I don't know if that is true or if my friend just reused the box and just put a bunch of cards in there, but yeah. Let's get started. Okay, so the first one I see here is Sungrace Pegasus. And if you guys see these cards and if you know, like, if these are indeed from the new core set or what, let me know. Anything that you guys might want to let me know about these cards, you can go ahead and tell me in the comments because, honestly, like I said, I am completely new to this. Okay, so this is Creature Pegasus. It costs one of the little suns, which I think are like deserts, if I remember correctly. I usually don't play, I've usually played in the past blue and green, so I'm not familiar with the yellow or white ones. Creature Pegasus. Flying. This creature can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with the idea of flying. I mean, obviously, but I've played a couple of rounds before, so I have very mild familiarity, but not all that much. Lifelink. Damage dealt by this creature also causes you to gain that much life. And then the description is, the sacred feathers of the Pegasus are said to have healing powers. Oh, that is cool. And it's, the little thing down here is 1, 2. I don't remember, I'm inclined to believe that the first is attack and the second is defense, but I don't remember off the top of my head. And yeah, it needs a sun and then one other. Oh, I really like the art on this one. Unmake the graves. This requires a lot, so 4, and then one of the, I think those are swamps for the ones with the skulls. I notice a lot of the times I really like the art on the swamp type cards. I don't know what you call the type, dark type, swamp type. But it's an instant. It's convoke. Your creatures can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for 1 mana of that creature's color. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. And the quote is, I'm raising an army. Any volunteers? Also, I definitely realized that somewhere in here is a tapping joke. Tapping is like when you activate a certain card, and you know, everyone, you will know tapping as an ASMR trigger. Also, please let me know if I'm like doing something bad to these cards. I know a lot of people can be very particular with how their cards are handled. They put them in sleeves or something. I know you're not supposed to like fold them or rough handle them or anything, but I think stuff like this should be okay, like running your finger along them or tapping them or something. I don't want to mistreat these cards, partially because, I mean, obviously because I want them to last and, you know, stay in good condition. I don't know how long it's going to be until I get enough sleeves or whatever for all these, but, and then also because, I don't want any of you Magic the Gathering players to sit there, you know, wincing because I did something bad to a card. Okay, this one is called Hunt the Weak. It requires 3 and also a forest. The camera doesn't quite do it justice, but it's quite intricate and really interesting. I have friends who really like specific artists for these cards, and so now I'm, you know, paying more attention to that sort of detail. This is sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, then that creature fights target creature that you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. The quote is, "He who hesitates is lunch." I like that. And I mean, this guy seems pretty hungry too. Alright. This next one is an instant called Peel from Reality, which, oh my gosh, again, I don't know if the camera can quite do this justice, but this is beautiful. I really like the colors here. As you can probably tell based on my preferences, I really like sort of artistic fuzziness and blues and purples and dark colors, but oh, I like this one. Soulless demon, you are bound to me. Now we will both dwell in oblivion. Oh, I like that. I think I might stick to showing you the cards and reading the quotes, because I don't know if, I mean, I know I'm not going to get through this whole box, but let me see. Another interesting looking one. This is pretty simple. It's a draw 3 cards called Jace's Ingenuity. It's an instant. It says, brute force can sometimes kick down a locked door, but knowledge is a skeleton key. Which is a quote that I really like. I wonder if somewhere out there is, you know, just a list of quotes from magic cards and stuff like that. The picture on the card is interesting. I'm not sure exactly what is going on, but yeah. I mean, a lot of these, you know, like creatures or something like that, you know exactly what it is. Like the Pegasus one, obviously it's you're summoning a Pegasus to the field. This, I really don't have much of an idea. You know, instants or spells and stuff like that. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my brother has friends over. So I told them ahead of time, no manic laughter. But if you hear any manic laughter, I apologize on their behalf. And I will have to steal some of their snacks for revenge. Oh, this one's cool. Lava axe. It's exactly what it sounds like. Although I feel like a lava axe would really hurt to wield, at least assuming that the handle is as much lava as the blade. A strict upgrade over the cinder hatchet, yeah. That's pretty funny. Oh, here's a swamp card. So this is an example of one of the lands. If there are any of you watching who are not super familiar with Magic, I'm probably the wrong video to watch in order to learn, but basically, let me see. So, where is that one that was? So this one, Unmask the Graves, has 4 and a skull, so you need 4 cards, plus 1 card that provides a skull. This is a basic land, a swamp, and it provides 1 skull. So, if you have 1 of these, and then 4 of any other type of lands, somewhere in here there will be, so like, here is a plains one, so, okay, so it's plains and not desert, but like, you'd have this, here is a, island, and then, I could have, as long as I have 1 of these, the 4 other cards can be pretty much anything, and only then can I summon this card, and that's because, so for this one, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty powerful. So, no wonder it costs so much. So let's see, to play that card, I might 1, 2, 3, and let's put another swamp in there. So I have these 4, and then at least 1 is, and then 1 swamp, so that's 5 total, and that I would need to have all of these cards on the field in order to play that 1 card, which is why in Magic it is always important to have a lot of these lands. I'll make a separate little pile of these lands so I can show you, but you see, I showed you the swamp. I really like the art for the island. It's absolutely beautiful. And see, I showed you the swamp. It's all dark looking. And let's see. This is the plains. It's all bright. Fields of gold, as Jeff Buckley would have said. Let me see. Oh my gosh, this comes with so many swamps. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 swamps. This must be a stack of just, is this? Okay, no, it's not just lands. I thought this tiny stack was just lands. Another swamp. That's 8 swamps. And 8 swamps, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, that's 5, 6 islands. 8 swamps, 6 islands, and 1 plains. So that's quite a lot. This is our little stack of. Don't quite have enough to shuffle yet. I don't want to do the, oops. I don't want to do the, sort of bridge shuffling, because that kind of requires bending them. But okay, let's put these aside. Stack these properly. And okay, Inferno Fist. This one's also really cool. I imagine this one's related to lava. What was it? Lava Axe. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Oh, so this is an enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0. So they get extra attack power by getting this Inferno Fist. With one more, I think they're volcanoes, the fire one, with one more fiery land, or red land, sacrifice Inferno Fist. Inferno Fist deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So, you can, instead of that, deal 2 damage to either the target creature or player, and then just straight up sacrifice this rather than having it enchanting a specific creature. It says, I've never been above throwing the first punch. Yeah, I really like the art and the quotes on these. Okay, let's see what else there is. Oppressive Rays. What is going on here? I have no idea what's going on here. It's like they're either angels or they're birds, and they're just all in a heap or something. I have no idea. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted creature can't attack or block unless its controller pays 3. 3 land. Wow. Activated abilities of enchanted creature cost 3 more to activate. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is, you enchant your opponent's creature. So the last one, you enchant your own creature to make them stronger. This one, you enchant your opponent's creature to make them weaker. And wow, that's scary for something that only requires one of this. Although really just makes the other person pay a lot of land, so it might be a good thing to play early on in the game. Try and prevent your opponent from doing something for a while. Shrapnel Blast. Oh, this is pretty cool. Picture for that. It requires immense pressure to imbue an item with magic if the spell is broken. I guess that's where Shrapnel Blasts come from. It's literally your mind explodes. Okay. Welkin Turn? Oh, okay. Like an actual turn. I'm used to seeing all sorts of magical demons and creatures and stuff, but this is like just a bird. Sailors have come to regard them as bad luck, for they falsely bring hope of land. Oh, interesting. Like, I'm pretty sure these birds like actually exist, so that's kind of funny to see them in a magic card deck. Let's see. Ooh, Profane Memento. I like the art on this one. And the detail on that skull especially. And, you know, in the background with the feather. Artifact. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you gain 1 life. An angel's skull is left 2 plain by death. I made a few aesthetic modifications. Dominique, Blood Artist. See, this one's actually quoting a specific person, and I don't know whether that Dominique is, like a magic card, or a real person, or... I have no idea. Do any of you guys have any idea? I don't know. I'll have to look this up later. Oh, interesting. This one just requires 1 land. It's not even picky as to what kind of land it requires. It just, as long as you put 1 out there. Cool. Oh. Another thing I should probably tell you. So let's say you have 5 lands on the field. So if you want to play, let's say you want to play Profane Memento, you would tap one of your lands, So that's why, you know, whatever you have to pay, you have to, you know, tap it. And then you would only have, you know, like if you have 5 total and you tap 1 in order to play a card, you only have 4 left. So whatever else you want to do, you can't use, like if you did that and then you wanted to play a card that requires 5 lands total, or, you know, 4 swamps or whatever else, then you can't do that. Whereas, you know, I mean, if you wanted to play Profane Memento and a card that requires 4 swamps, this one, since it only requires 1 of anything, you might want to tap the island, because then you still have 4 swamps. Whereas if one of your swamps is already tapped, you only have 3 that you can use to activate other things. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing based on this angle, but basically tapping the lands, and again, I haven't played in a long time, so I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, but yeah, tapping the lands to activate them when you play an artifact, a spell, an enchantment, an instant, a creature, or whatever. But you can't use the same one twice. So if you only have 1 island and you tap it to play 1 card, you can't play another card that also requires an island, if you only have 1. Okay, this video is already quite a bit long. I think I'm just going to show you. Let me grab this tiny little stack here and I'll show you the rest of these. This is Witch's Familiar, which requires 2 of anything, and then also a swamp, a creature, a frog. The stats are 2 and 3, and says some bog witches practice the strange art of batrachomancy. I don't know how to pronounce that. Batrachomancy. Reading portents in the number, size, and color of warts on a toad's hide. Interesting. Okay. Crippling Blight requires just 1 swamp. It's an enchantment. Enchanted creature gets -1 and -1 and can't block. So this one is an enchantment for your opponent. It says, still alive? No matter. I'll leave you as a warning to others who would oppose me. It's quoted, Fish Call Blood Arbiter. Also not a card I'm familiar with, but perhaps it is this person. I don't know. I have no idea who this elf-looking lady is, but she looks super badass. Oh my gosh. I like her. I like her already. I don't know anything about her, but she looks cool. Okay. Next is Miner's Bane, which requires, so I think this is the first one we've come across like this, but that means it requires 4 and also 2 volcanic, which is why they have, you know, they just put the volcanic symbol twice. So when I first started playing, I thought that, for example, this meant you needed 2 swamps, but it needs 2 of anything plus a swamp. So in this case it means 4 of anything plus 2 volcanoes. And this is a creature, elemental. I'm just going to read the quote at the bottom here, but it says, there are certain stones even dwarves know to leave in the earth. And this one's pretty, I mean, no wonder it requires so much, because it has 6 attack, 3 defense. That is pretty good considering that a lot of the other cards have been, you know, 1s and 2s, maybe 3s at highest, having 6 attack could take out most of the other creatures that I've pulled up so far. This one's called Clear a Path Sorcery. Requires 1 volcano. Just destroy target creature with defender. So this just destroys a creature. Pretty cool. Why do guards always look surprised when we bash them? Asked Rurik. I think they expect a bribe, said Thar. Once again, I don't know these characters. And in the picture, they have the aforementioned bashed guards just lying there. I really wish the art on this, there we go, that's a little bit better. Turned out better on that screen, but because I'm just, holding a card up to a camera. Let me see. 3 more cards left. So first is Siege Worm, spelled W-U-R-M. The creature is Worm, W-U-R-M. Maybe that's a specific type of worm. It looks like a giant worm. You can see tiny people right there. So, based on that, I'm guessing it is a giant worm. It looks like a giant, maybe not armed. I guess technically worms are never armed. Oh, that was bad. But it has armor, which seems to make up for its lack of arms. I'm sorry, that's bad. But, it has Convoke and Trample. For Convoke, your creature can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. And Trample is, if this creature would assign enough damage to its blockers to destroy them, you may have it assign the rest of its damage to defending player or planeswalker. And this one is 5/5, also pretty powerful. And, because of that. And I think also because of its, Convoke and Tramples, make it pretty powerful overall. It requires not only 5, but 5 plus 2 forests. That's 7 lands total. Holy cow. It's a lot for a misspelled worm. I see Ranger's Kyle. Another one where the character looks really interesting. She looks like she's made of a tree. Like a sort of ant woman, but like her skin is bark or something. I don't know if they're trying to get at, more bark or a more like cracked stone look, but she looks really cool. This is an instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. It can't be the target spell or abilities your opponents control. Okay, so yeah, it just strengthens your character. I guess turns their skin to bark. It says you don't survive in the wild by standing in plain sight. Garruk Wild Speaker. I recognize the name Garruk. Garruk. So maybe that is a different magic card. Or maybe Garruk is a character in something else, or a name used in something else. Anyway. Okay, last one I'm going to show you guys. Oh, this one is pretty cool. It's called Naturalize. It requires 1 and a forest, and I just really like the way the picture looks. I don't know how to tilt this to make it show up better, but there we go. Instant, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Oh, here's another Garruk Wild Speaker quote. This time he says, when your cities and trinkets crumble, only nature will remain. Which, very true, Garruk. Very true. I think that is it for today. Let me just